Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 176. You know the vibes of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Monday of bets. Cannot thank you enough for stopping by. We'll probably say it about 15 more times over the course of this absolutely loaded show. But before we get into that aforementioned loaded show, please take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL Pod on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell over there as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping from the crew. But if you are watching on one of our social media platforms, make sure you hit that follow or like button there as well, so you never miss any of our additional social media content. But we never forget about you audio listeners. If you are listening on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there too if you haven't already, as we do release the audio of every episode after each live show is complete. Next item up on the docket. Hey, if you could be so kind while you're watching today's show, you got a couple extra seconds and you can find it in your heart to do so, go ahead. Hit that like button, leave us a comment, leave us a rating, jump on over yonder in the live chat. If you are watching live, maybe hit that share button, send it on over to your brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned degenerate, and they enjoy cashing tickets themselves, because that's what we do here at the TTL Pod, and we can't tell you enough how much we appreciate it when you do all of those things, because it only helps us make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, head on over to this episode's description. Not that, that's my name. This episode's description down there where you will locate the Talking the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you will find the talkingtheline.com website, all of the TTL Crew's social platforms, and our additional content so you can consume all of that in one easy location, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful gambling people, joining us for episode number 176 on December 6th. I mean, that's interesting. It would be even cooler if it was 12/6, but it still got a 6 in it. How about that? I don't know where I'm going with all of this. What I know is it's absolutely gorgeous Monday over here on my end of the world. But there is another end of the world that we need to check in on that I have failed to do so right now, and we got to find out. No further hesitation, no further delay. On this end of the map, let's bring in the man who co-hosts this podcast with me, much like he does the Wise Words podcast, the Cup of Joe on Campus podcast, and graces me and you all with his presence on any other TTL social media or content you may find. You know him as the man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend, and my friends, please let's not ever forget the TTL's resident Southsider and cheesehead himself, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. Partner, how you doing over there today, pal?
My man, I am doing fantastic. It is good to be back after the long weekend. I am ready for today's show, man. We've got a one of the biggest, if not the biggest, NFL game of the season on tonight's slate.
Dare we say.
We both got some picks on it going today, so I'm juiced for today's action, my man. Like I said, good to be back. Good to see you on the other side of the screen over here. So I'm ready to get rocking and rolling with the old Monday podcast train to get steaming down the track, my friend.
Well, it's great to have you on here with me, as always, partner. No glitching, no stitching, no goofiness on your end of the world, my friend. You look absolutely gorgeous over there. Thanks for joining me and all of them out there with your presence here today. Before we go any further, you know we're a full transparency show. We always like to recap the best bets of the day from our previous day. Obviously didn't have a pod yesterday, but we did have NFL Sunday, so we got to talk a little bit about that. Maybe also, too, we talk about a little in between of our college football cards and our college basketball cards from over the weekend here, too. So, without further ado, my friends, please turn your attention behind the crew. Well, not quite possibly yet. I mean, that would be cool. Shout out Circuit Sports. We always appreciate you guys for allowing us to use your sports book here as our background. But that is not either here nor there. Why I am wasting so much time here with my production duties is because the screen was flashing all over the place. And you know how I feel about that for our epileptic viewers. So now you will not have to worry about any flashes on your screen. It's going to be nice and easy. So now turn your attention behind the crew for the first time today. You will see our NFL best bets for Week 13 right behind us. Oh, Mags.
Oi.
Oh, Mags. If I could touch you right now, I'd give you a hug, buddy.
Hey, man.
Oh, fuck. 0-3 on the day. The teaser loses. 49ers lose.
Ugh. And
then the under damn near gets blown out. Well, yeah, pretty much got blown out in the first half. I mean, it was over. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what the hell happened. I love the under two. I was all over it with you, my man. I ended up putting it on my balcony bets parlay. I'll say it. It was the only leg that didn't cash on my balcony bets parlay. Plus 11,833 odds, and we couldn't get it to the pay window because of that stupid under. I loved it, my man. I can't believe
the sacrifice to get the Lions their first win in the entire fucking season. I mean, that's kind of the weekend it was for me, man.
You did everything right, Mags. You did everything right. It is not your fault. You did everything right. The gambling gods were just not looking in our favor. However, across the board, I went 2-0. So if you did tail those as well, did do pretty well. Dolphins took care of business. If you got it early, watched Friday's show. Or they also took care of the 6.5 as well. Football team won the game outright. I ended up putting that money line on the parlay. Again, that parlay was sick nasty. But we'll get another one. No problem. That's why we're in this fucking game. That's why we do what we do. But without further ado, there you go. There you have it. The TTL Crew's best Week 13 NFL bets. Or NFL best bets. However the hell you want to say it. I don't care. You saw them. We don't hide them from you. mind a goldfish for my partner. I'm going to keep the steam moving and grooving, if you will, because I also had a 3-0 day yesterday in college basketball. Cashed a 3-leg parlay on that bad boy. If you tailed, I hope you tailed on that one. Let's see, what else did we do on Saturday? Or I guess before we get on that, how did you do yesterday? You do any college basketball or college football yesterday?
I stuck with NFL. I actually had a couple winners off the away from obviously what those winners were. I ended up taking Steelers plus 4.5. I tailored you on the Dolphins there, and then I did a late ad on the Chiefs minus 8.5, and that one was a winner. As far as Saturday, man, I had a decent day college football, but worst day of the year by far on college basketball. I had been talking us up for a solid week about how hot we were on Saturdays for college basketball, and it was a rough one for me, my friend.
Yeah. I can kind of concur with you. Not 150%.
Mine was bad.
My college football day was pretty bad. I mean, I went 1-3 or 1-2. That's why I didn't give out many plays. I just wasn't overly confident, but I gave out 3 that I was super confident in, and Houston couldn't get it done. That over just didn't end up. This was so close to going over in that Pitt and Wake Forest game. Old Sam just couldn't get the ball in the end zone enough times for Wake Forest. But hey, nice easy cash for you there with Pitt minus 3.5. You love to see that. But
the Big Ten championship over. You had to check my temperature.
Cash money taking over the 9-9. You better believe it. Speaking of money moves Monday. Also, Saturday I did pretty solid. I cashed that NAU ticket. The hashtag Fade Idaho State train is in full effect. 150%. If NAU can beat them, anybody can fucking beat them. So we're going to keep doing that. Middle Tennessee gave Murray State all they could fucking handle, 93-87 as an 11.5 point dog. Take note of Middle Tennessee. They're going to be solid. What did you have about Idaho State?
I was about to say, I would even say take my fade Mississippi Delta Devils, Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils against these Idaho State boys, man. I think
quite
they
possibly
are as bad as anybody.
Hey, now that you say that, they are pretty. That might even be something we need to think about. So if we ever see that game, we are going to have a specialized segment for the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils against the Idaho State Bengals. Also, Youngstown State, they're turning into a wagon. Yep. I told you it was just kind of fugazi. The books had to honor Green Bay's performance on the day or on Friday, but they were just going to be tired. 82-58, that game ended up finishing. Youngstown State closes the plus 1.5. BYU ended up being pretty easy, 74-68. Missouri State tried to scratch and claw back in the game, cashed that. I mean, I don't mean to go all the way down here, but your boy, the mid-major king, is fucking cashing tickets right now. I'm all over the map. I'm on it. Air Force, I knew you were with me on that one. Cleveland State, 10-point win is 2.5 point dogs. I mean, as long as the books keep overvaluing these motherfuckers, like these teams are good, like BYU, Cleveland State, Georgia State, I thought was going to do something. Maybe I undervalued Mercer. I don't know, man. What I do know is I'm seeing some shit now. I love the way college basketball is feeling. I actually love today's card, while many people are, oh, this is the worst card I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. Well, it's all about in the eye of the beholder. You don't love the card. Make the card love you, pal. I think that is the great words of at Dan Big Cat's Cats. We appreciate the hell out of you and your services here on the internet, my friend. All of that being said, partner, enough gabbing. What the do we have going on today's show? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because I'm the man to tell you. RMags Best Bets, first segment of the day. He's got 3 picks coming your way. I may or may not have been lining up with him before we even talked pre-show meeting, said, hey, here's what's going down. We said, all right, we're just going to go right ahead and make this a crew play. So technically, I got 4 best bets, but really, I only got 3, because we're going to make one of ours that I'm lining up with a crew play. If that's all crazy, we'll just say, hey, Mags has 3 plays. I got 4 plays. All that being said, once we get through those, we will get into today's special play of the day, my friends. Oh, excuse you over there, Mags. Today's special play of the day.
I might have flicked the mic, guy.
For sure. The Monday Madness Parlay. Monday Madness Basketball Parlay. You might, actually, no, we added a leg. I totally forgot. No. Mags, I ask you, are we hockey sharps now?
You know, who's to say, but yes, absolutely, we are hockey sharps now. Have not dove too deep in the NHL all season long, and now we're just cashing legs of parlays without really much sweat at all. So,
what do I know?
Heat check. little heat check today, yeah, on the old Monday Madness Parlay, my man.
Hey, and maybe we have found a trend. Hey, one is coincidence. 2 is for certain. 3 is a damn trend. So hey, we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening. But Monday Madness Parlay features 1 college basketball leg, 3 NBA legs, and for a grand total of 5 legs at 1 aforementioned NHL leg. You're gonna have to stick around to get that over 18-1 odds payout special play, my friends. You guys are going to have to chill out for a little while because we'll talk about it. Then we will recap all the best bets of the day. We'll talk about Mag's plays again, my plays, special play one more time. You get a chance to hammer it in on your favorite sports book. We'll then dive into the all-knowing, ever-present, ever-popular, ever-powerful cubicle objects that be the Moneyline Dice. They're going to be lacing up their own skates tonight, too, and going to the ice. They're rolling for the matchup between the Penguins and the Kraken. We'll tell you all about that game once we get to the fourth segment of the day, whatever that. Yeah, that'll be the 4th segment of the day. Then that'll segue us into the second half of the show, technically 5th segment with A, B, C, and D attached to it. RMags Sidebar, our usual back-and-forth banter, the daily leans, and the always popular and important TTL announcements. It's where the nitty-gritty comes out. Second half of the show, we get a little wild, and then we'll wrap things up. Last segment of the day, my motivation minutes. Got the first of the 2 weekly John Wooden quotes coming at you here today, and I got one of the most tried and true ones that I'm sure we've all heard, and Mags didn't even know this was one of his before the show, so I'm sure we've all heard it somehow, some way, and it's actually the first quote I ever heard from him that made me really, 100% fall in love with the man that is John Wooden. He is one of the legendary coaches out there, and it's one of his original ones, so stick around for that one. This one means a lot to me. If you need a little inspiration, motivation to get you on through this Monday. But outside of that, that's what's coming here today, episode number 176. Before we kick things off here, partner, what say you? Anything else from that end of the Windy City?
I don't think so, dude. I mean, we got some fishy movement as far as the Bulls. I'm sure we'll talk about. Can't bet it. Illinois, Iowa, the old biggest game of the college basketball slate as far as the old, the big games, big guys are concerned.
Thanks, JB. We appreciate it. Thank you for keeping us safe from betting our college teams.
So fucking dumb. Okay, last item of business. To me.
Hey.
To you, young man over there. And to all you beautiful people sipping the black elixir of the gods on this gorgeous Monday of bets. Take your sip. And partner, I got to change it in the ticker first, so hold on one second. Let me take this.
Okay. Take it.
Oh, boy. Hey, that might be the best sip of Joe I think I had in months. Something's in the air, Mags. Something's in the air, Mags. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
First segment of the day. RMags best bets of the day. Told you he's got 3 coming at you. We're already lining up on 1 before we even told each other what we were betting on today. So without further ado, partner, fire it up. Let them have it. And as always, you have the floor.
I appreciate you, my man. And I will kick things. Actually, should I start with my NBA one, get that one out of the way, and then we'll segue into the NFL game?
Spectacular idea, my friend.
Alrighty, so NBA side of things for me today, I'm taking, it's going to sound like an ugly matchup, but I think it's a tremendous amount of value tonight. You got the Oklahoma City Thunder going to the Detroit Pistons. Now, I know, like I said, it's going to sound pretty damn ugly.
You didn't tell me I needed a barf bag. Holy shit.
Yeah, I get it. The Pistons are 4-18, I think, straight up. But I'm taking them damn Pistons, -5, hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. This Oklahoma City Thunder team is an absolute dumpster fire right now. This is not a fade because, if you will so kindly remember, a Memphis Grizzlies win where they set an NBA record for a 73-point win. That losing team was the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is not a straight fade because that just happened to the Oklahoma City Thunder. If they had lost by 20, 30, 40, I'd still be doing this exact same thing here. Because it's not even like a bounce back spot because the Pistons have also been a kind of a bounce-back needy spot here, especially against the spread. But I'll get back to that in a second. There's no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Thunder tonight. If he was back, this would be a different story. He is their lifeblood on offense, if you will, and he is not going to be there tonight. 8-game losing streak for the Thunder, 3-game ATS losing streak. I mentioned that 73-point loss to the Grizzlies. Believe it or not, that was a failed cover there for the Thunder. That was not a plus 75-point spread. They did fail to cover that one, if you were unaware there, partner. Those other two failed covers, the Houston Rockets, my friends, straight-up losses to the Thunder or to the Rockets, and two failed covers. People were saying, hey, look at these Rockets stringing some wins together. No, they just played the dumpster fire that is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Credit to the Rockets, though. They are playing a little bit better right now. Nonetheless, the Pistons, partner, 9-2 last 11 following a straight-up loss, and they themselves just had a double-digit loss to the Phoenix Suns, the red-hot Phoenix Suns. But I do believe they did cover that game, actually, even without Devin Booker there. But anyways, they are also on their own losing streak, partner, but 5-2 ATS last 7 overall. Just overall, 5-2 ATS last 7 despite a 8-game losing streak of their own. They just finished a brutal schedule. You compare that to the Thunder's 8-game losing streak. The Thunder were losing to some bad teams. This Pistons team just had a brutal road stretch where they were playing some of the best teams in the damn league. But like I said, 5-2 ATS. Now they've got a nice handful of days of rest heading back to the D in Detroit, and I do believe they're going to take care of business. If this was partner +2, +3 for the Thunder after this massacre that they faced, like you, I think I would also be a little concerned about this spread. But at -5 with a rough team like the Pistons, that's telling me that the Pistons are going to hammer things down tonight. Last trend for me, partner. Like you always say, if you don't believe me, believe this type of trend here, my friend. The Thunder 0-4 ATS last 4 meetings between these two teams, and 2-5 ATS last 7 in Detroit. Don't buy into some goofy bounce back spot. It's a 73-point loss. It's not like they had a tough loss and they're going to be hyped to bounce back. They just suffered the worst loss in the history of the league. It's because they're a brutally bad team, especially without SGA, and they aren't going to take care of business tonight. Give me the Pistons -5 to hammer things down and take care of business, partner.
There's an old saying in gambling, my friend. Sometimes you just got to take the line you see. And I think this is the exact situation, and I think we're on the right side. Yeah, this game stinks to high heaven, pal, but I think you're on the right side with the old Detroit Pistons there. Shades of Cade Cunningham, maybe he'll show up, drop a couple of buckets. Maybe it's the night the TTL crew backs him and he just knocks down a triple dub for 70 fucking points. Who knows? Maybe this is Cade Cunningham breakout. Let me put that out into the world for my partners.
You're calling a 70 burger there?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Hey.
70 burger trip dub. In, out, and in the world. Maybe not all the way there, but I guarantee you it's fucking close. Partner's first best bet of the day. The Detroit Motor City Madmen Pistons -5.5 on the spread. Partner, please be so kind. Keep it moving. Keep it grooving. Oh, fuck.
Alrighty.
Grooving.
There you go. Gotcha.
Got myself.
You got yourself, yeah. Switching to the NFL game tonight, the moment we've all been waiting for. The massive AFC matchup, AFC East matchup, Pats and Bills. Partner, you and I caught this at a slightly different number. I ended up taking a little bit of chalk on with this one. But as far as the spread, I took Patriots +3. And if you want to reveal yours, you caught them at +2.5. I do like it there.
Correct.
I just I caught them at a certain spot. I didn't actually sell any, I didn't buy any points, didn't sell any points. I caught it. I saw this morning -120 +3. I like the insurance with a game that I think is going to be close and scrappy. But I do still like that +2.5 because I think it could be a 1 or 2 point game if you ask me. If I'm being totally honest.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I do like the under 41. I'll start there, and I'll kind of combine it all because they do kind of go hand in hand as far as my analysis here. It's going to be a windy night in Buffalo, my friends. Over 25-mile-per-hour winds are in the forecast. And since 2003, shout out to John Ewan and MGM, got this stat from him. Since 2003, winds of 25-plus. The under has gone 12-3 since 2003.
Nice.
I'm going to buy into that. It has dropped from 44.5 to 41 as we currently see it. And I think it's going to be a grindy, scrappy, tough to throw the ball anywhere type of game, partner. And I do believe that lends into both of these plays, the Pats +3 and the under 41. Pats defense, we all know it. Their defense has been incredible. Bills defense bounced back last week and had a nice 6-point outing against the old New Orleans Saints. Obviously, the Saints have been sketchy, but a 6-point outing against anybody in the league is a very, very nice outing. I think both defenses are going to be a factor in this one, and the run games and run defenses are going to come into play, partner. Both run defenses not beaten the both defenses aren't exactly top 10 in the league, but they're not bad by any means, and neither of these rush offenses are good enough to dominate a game like this, in my opinion, when you know exactly what's coming, especially with these wins where it's going to be tough to pass. So I think this is a 17-14. I think the Patriots get this one done outright, first of all. Like I said, 17-14 max is kind of my prediction here. I don't know that anyone breaks 17 points. And like I said already, I think it could be a 17-16 nasty type game. And whoever wins, we get this cover. So give me the Pats +3 and the under 41 for my last, second, and third best bets of the day, partner.
I will segue right away into Pats +2.5. Just kind of wrap everything up on that because we are definitely lining up on that. I know you mentioned it. Couple of things that I think, and one thing that you said that I'm actually really interested in seeing is this Bills defense. I think the Pats find a little bit more success against them than people are leading on to believe. And that's just because of that Saints team last week. I mean, Taysom Hill, let's be honest, Mark Ingram, Marquez Callaway is wide receiver 1, was slated to be wide receiver 3 this year. There's a lot of things that Saints team is not doing right at all right now on all types of sides of the ball, all 3 phases of the game, everything in between. So I don't know that I buy the 6 points necessarily that much because they're not a very high-powered offensive team. Sure. And right now, damn boy, the Pats are looking good. They are looking good. And this is where Belichick makes his money. He doesn't give a shit about September, October, fuck even November. We're in December now. This is Bill Belichick time, Papa, and he is ready to rock and roll. They are 6-0 straight up in their last 6 and 6-0 ATS their last 6 compared to Buffalo. 3-3 straight up, 2-3-1 ATS last 6 overall. So Buffalo just a little too inconsistent to cover that number for me. And again, much like you, my friend, I think that the Pats get this done outright, but I like the 2.5 point backing just in case some nonsense happens. Buffalo walks it off at the end. Something wild like yesterday between Baltimore and Pittsburgh. We saw it yesterday. Something wild might happen like that. It's not a exactly similar matchup, but kind of 2 similar teams for sure in the AFC East. That's actually another thing. This is the Pats' opportunity to get a 2-game lead in the AFC East. If you don't believe Bill Belichick is going to be ready to do that, you're out of your damn gourd, my friends. A couple other keys. It's really going to come down to New England's defense. The Pats are the only team in the league that are allowing less points per game than Buffalo is right now. New England is 15.8 points per game allowed. Buffalo, 16.5 points per game allowed. So very close, but New England is number 1 in the league, Buffalo number 2 in the league. I also think that because they lead the league with 19 interceptions, the Patriots forced a turnover or 2 from old Josh Allen, my friend. I also think that New England has been absolute monsters on the road, and they stick to that trend. They're 5-0 straight up, 4-1 ATS on the road this year. And I also think that, like I said earlier, the Pats offense will find success, and I think that leads to them controlling time of possession here and ultimately coasting to a pretty easy victory. It might get sweaty at the end. I'm not saying it won't, but I think they cover this 2.5, no problem. And like you already said, partner, I think they win it outright. It's not a case of a public dog, so I'm not too worried about that. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. New England 13-6 ATS last 19 as an aforementioned puppy dog. New England's also 4-1 ATS last 5 road games, 17-5 ATS last 22 games on turf, and 4-1 ATS last 5 week 13 games. Buffalo's 1-3-1 ATS last 5 against an AFC opponent, and New England 6-3 ATS last 9 meetings and 4-1 ATS last 5 meetings in Buffalo. I suggest you back it with me and my partner. His final best bet of the day, my next best bet of the day, my first best bet of the day. Partner, before I kick things off into the next segment of the day, anything else coming from your way?
No, other than the fact that the Bills took both of these matchups last year, unprecedented, type of run that the Pats had been on, obviously with Tom Brady. But you already know Bill Belichick has been silencing his haters all season long as far as, it was always Tom. it's pretty clear that we're seeing that it's not. And I think taking down the Bills and grabbing a stranglehold on the division is the one of the last, maybe not the final step but as far as regular season is concerned this year, I think this is one of the last steps as far as getting that respect all the way back in its favor.
100%. And hashtag Roll Tide. Shout out Roll Damn Tide. My boy Mac looks like a star-studded veteran under center, my friend. So let's go. Keep letting him have it, Mackie. Let's cover the 2.5. Let's keep it under, though. Nice and easy. Defense makes some damn stops, too, for my partner as well. There you go. There you have it. All of RMags' best bets of the day. 29 minutes after the top of the 10 o'clock hour, we move into the second segment of the day. My best bets of the day. Okay, well, since we already took care of my NFL best bet of the day, no need to waste any more time there. I got 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 college basketball plays coming your way right here now live in prime time. My friends, listen on up, because here comes the first one. We're going to the matchup between the Towson Tigers and the Kent State Golden Flashes, and we're taking the Towson Tigers plus 5.5. Partner, once we get a little through here, help me out with that line movement, but I will continue on. Towson, they have been sneaky good all year, my friends. They're actually a damn good team that no one really knows about. They're 5-3 straight up, 6-2 ATS so far this season, 1-1 straight up, and 2-0 ATS on the road. Everybody knows about Kent State, especially college football bettors that are now migrating on over to college basketball after Maction isn't going on anymore. What do you know about that? They're okay, 4-2 straight up, but 2-2 ATS. How do you have that happen? Well, let me further that by saying they're 2-0 straight up and 0-0 ATS at home. How do you have that happen? Oh, well, maybe they're just playing some inferior opponents without spread set at home, and maybe they're just being a touch overvalued in this matchup because, once again, nobody knows much about the Towson Tigers. But who does? Your boy, the low mid-major king. And I'm here to tell you that the Towson defense is getting ready to smack the Flashes square in the mouth. And if you don't believe me, believe some key numbers. Towson, 63.1 points per game allowed on the season, 39.8 field goal percent allowed to opponents, 30.6 three-point field goal percentage allowed, and they are allowing opponents per KenPom. They are 80th ranked in opponent effective field goal percent. I absolutely love their defense to show out today against the Golden Flashes, but much like I talk about with a lot of my plays, I love the hustle stats to be the deciding factor here today. Rebounds and turnovers. Towson is going to clean up the glass left, right, and center. Per KenPom, they're 22nd in offensive rebounding percent, 51st in defensive rebounding percent. And no, this is not a typo for Kent State. 220th in offensive rebounding percent, 327th in defensive rebounding percent. I said the turnovers were going to matter. You're damn right they are. Towson, 66th in offensive turnover percent, 116th in defensive turnover percent. Kent State, 302nd in offensive turnover percent. I like the old Tigers to have the old Flashes cough up a few here. And on defense, they're 89th. So you might say they'll get a few of their own, but I don't think so because Towson is too clean and they value their possessions too much on the offensive side of the ball. But you don't believe me. Damn it, partner, you said it too. Believe the trends. Towson, 5-1 ATS last 6 overall. 4-0 ATS last 4 versus a team with a winning percentage above 600. Towson is also 4-1 ATS last 5 as a puppy dog. You know how I bet? I love the dogs to cover because Kent State, 1-4-1 ATS last 6 home games, 1-3-1 ATS last 5 as a home favorite, and Kent State is 2-5 ATS their last 7 games following a straight-up win. They're being overvalued, point blank, period. Give me the Towson Tigers plus 5.5. First best bet of the day.
I like it, my man. 5.5 in almost every single spot still.
That's what I felt like I was doing there.
Yeah, up to -6 on DraftKings at plus 100 odds. Seems
Fugazi, Fugazi.
Yes, me. So I'm interested, my man. I do like the Towson Tigers tonight.
They're a good team. Nobody knows about them. Books don't know how to value them, and I think it's some BS there. So there you go. There you have it. Second. Count it. 1, 2. Second best bet of the day. Going to the matchup between the New Mexico State Aggies and the New Mexico Lobos. And this one honestly jumped off the screen at me, my friends. This line opened up at 2.5. It's now up to 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, partner. On some books, even higher now. Yes, no, maybe so.
DraftKings 4. Everywhere else, it looks like 4.5.
Oh, so it continues to rise. Well, Wouldn't you know that this 3.5 to 4.5 so far for favorites has been really, really profitable in college basketball, especially for these mid-major teams. Who would know? I would know. Once again, you're talking to the mid-major king. You think I'm out of my mind, but I looked a little bit deeper and I said, wait a minute. These teams just played each other. Oh, wait a minute. This is New Mexico's last game. They just played the Aggies. And the Aggies, oh, wait. They've actually played a game between now and then. They shook off the loss. They're back in the right column. They're ready to rock and roll. I said, wait a minute. If New Mexico just beat the brakes off of them, 101 to 94 is 10.5-point dogs, why are they still an underdog? And I think the old sharperoonies, the old rhombuses, realize that, hey, this line's all types of wrong. We got to steam it right on back up, and I think I'd take this bad boy all the way up to 6.5, maybe even 7.5. I'm not out of my mind. These New Mexico State Aggies are a damn good team. 6-2 straight up, 4-3 ATS, but they are 1-0 straight up and ATS on the road. Their only 2 losses have been to that killer Utah State team that my partner backed a couple of days ago, and this New Mexico team. I think they're primed to get their lick back here, and this New Mexico team is just being a little bit overvalued because they have not played since November the 30th. I think they come out a little rusty. You see a little court rust from these boys, and I think that they are going to kind of lay an egg, a proverbial egg here, if you will, against the Aggies. But there are a couple other keys I want to tell you guys about. Overall, per KenPom, New Mexico State is 71st in AOE, adjusted offensive efficiency, 179th in ADE, adjusted defensive efficiency. You look at UNM, it's like, wait, what? 195th in AOE, 284th in ADE. So they're not even on the same wavelength. But you also look deeper into effective field goal percent. New Mexico State, 37th in expected effective field goal percent, 144th in opponent effective field goal percent. You look at UNM, 112th in effective field goal percent, 273rd in opponent effective field goal percent. Is it effective or expected, partner? Expected or effective? You know, I was just realizing
effective. I think they have their own stats, but effective is
it effective? Yeah,
effective is like weighted with all types of different shots. Yeah.
273rd in opponent effective field goal percent. Not good at all going up against New Mexico State's 37th ranked on the offensive side of the ball. One other thing I really think here comes down to hustle stats once again, and it's the rebounding category here, my friends. New Mexico State, 203rd on the offensive glass per KenPom, 131st on the defensive glass. You say, oh, well, that ain't very good. Well, just straight up New Mexico's even worse, 259th on the offensive glass per KenPom, 345th. You don't believe me on all those key things I found? Believe the trends. This is really the wrong line. I think you need to fade the Lobos, and the real key trends here are New Mexico 9-23-1 ATS last 33 following a straight-up win. They're also 3-9-1 ATS last 13 home games. There's a reason they're a dog. They're 1-7 ATS their last 8 as a home dog. 0-5 ATS last 5 games versus a team with a winning road record, and 1-4 ATS last 5 after scoring 90+ in their previous game. Can you spell letdown? Because I sure can, and I think you should buy into that and take the New Mexico State Aggies -4. -4.5 is just fine too, whatever book you're finding it at.
I like it, my man. Keep it rocking and rolling. Oh, yeah. Looks like 4.5 everywhere I'm seeing.
I love it. All right. Third best bet of the day. We're actually sticking mid-major here deep today, boys, because that's kind of what this slate is here today. Is a lot of mid-major, a lot of teams that need to play each other, get some stuff off the chest.
Yeah, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Illinois-Iowa game is the only non-mid-major game on the entire slate, and we can't Florida's in action, but they're playing Texas Southern, so that's the only other one it looks like.
Well, aren't you glad you know about the mid-major king and you don't have to go to every other media outlet and try and have them force you into some bullshit play today, and you just know the right size to take? All right, here we go. Third, final, best college basketball bet of the day. Going to the matchup between the San Jose State Spartans and the Pepperdine Waves. And boy, oh boy, we've said it a few times here now on this show about various other teams, but the Pepperdine Waves are bad, and I'm taking the San Jose State Spartans +3.5. This was actually at, if I'm not mistaken, it was at 4.5 last night. I think maybe opened up on some books at 5. Some books were comfortable with that, having the Waves lay 5 at home. It's now down to 3.5. Might even be down to 2.5 on some books.
Back up to 4.5.
Back up to 4.5. Okay, well, there you go. There you have it. I'm fine with that movement. I honestly do not think that Pepperdine should even be favored in any capacity at home. I view it much like the Idaho State game last week, much like the game where we cashed Howard. This Fugazi back moving up the line, and Cornell as well, moving back up in the wrong direction. It makes no sense. I think it's just because San Jose State did kind of spin the wheels to start the season, but they're honestly back on the right track. They are 4-3 straight up, so they did lose a couple of games outright, but they're 6-1 ATS overall. Now they're 0-3 straight up on the road, 2-1 ATS on the road. Who are their road opponents? Well, I didn't look deep into one of them because I think it was Cal Baptist, but the other two were Texas and Stanford, and they still hung in it with those two teams. So I think they are going to give Pepperdine more than they can possibly handle. Pepperdine actually just gave us a winning ticket when we took UCSB against them. Pepperdine came out looking decent, and then they just fell apart at the seams. I don't think it matters if they play at home, they play away. Wherever you have an opportunity to find the waves, you don't need to back them. They're 2-8 straight up, 4-6 ATS. They're absolutely terrible. You may say, oh, they're 3-1 ATS at home. They must have a solid home court advantage. Nope. That was them being a dog. They're 1-1 ATS at home as a favorite. And I really just don't think that this is the time you need to back Pepperdine. And like I said, we've said it a couple of the other teams here, but San Jose State may not be spectacular, but Pepperdine is awful. So there ain't no way I'm backing Pepperdine at any number favored, any spot at all. I don't even feel comfortable backing them as a dog. But you don't believe me, believe a couple of key things. Effective field goal percent is one key thing that I found here. San Jose State, 70th in effective field goal percent on offense, 162nd in opponent effective field goal percent. Look at Pepperdine, 269th on the offensive side of the ball, 275th defensive side of the ball, exact same stats. I think we continue to see some progression here from San Jose State, and we actually see a little regression from Pepperdine. The three ball is actually going to loom pretty large here too. San Jose State shoots 41.1 from behind the arc, only allows opponents to shoot 29.6%. Pepperdine from behind the arc shoots 32.6% and allows opponents to shoot 33.3%. Again, I think we see progression from the Spartans and regression from the Waves. The Waves are incredibly overvalued in this spot. There's no way you should back them at any number that has a minus in front of it. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends to close out my card of the day. San Jose State, 6-1 ATS last 7 overall. 4-1 ATS last 5 as a dog. 5-1 ATS last 6 following a straight-up win. And 4-2 ATS last 6 Monday games. You didn't think I'd leave one of those out, did you? Are you kidding me? Pepperdine, 2-4 ATS last 6 overall, 2-9 ATS last 11 December games, and the Spartans in the last 6 meetings with the Waves hold a 4-2 record against the number. Give me the San Jose State Spartans plus 3.5. Close out my card.
I like it, my man. Yeah, I don't have too much to add here. I cannot imagine any scenario in which Pepperdine deserves to be favored. I just don't get it. I think people are, it looks like 66% of bets and money are coming in on Pepperdine. But
Good.
Think
Let it flow in. Good.
Yeah, and I just think it's because of what they were last year, and that's nowhere near what they are now.
It's exactly what it's because of, and appreciate you adding that little cherry on top of my proverbial pick Sunday there, pal. Outside of that, I got nothing left. I know you got nothing left. We'll dish out the special play here, and then we'll recap everything. Quick reminder, free plug for all of our best bets, where you can find them real quick, fast, and in a hurry. If you have the Action Network app, you can follow me at cash_with_Colt. You can follow Riley at RMags in all caps, and you can follow every best bet from The Daily Show at Talking the Line. If you don't have the Action app, maybe you have the Chalkboard HQ app. You can find all of our best bets and jump on our board, Talking the Line. I know that's super hard to figure out. Also, hop in one of our channels, whatever you like. College football, college basketball, NFL, hockey, whatever. Maybe you had a bad day and you just got dragged through the mud with nothing but bad beats. Come on in and bitch about it. Sometimes we'll just be a shoulder to lean on, whatever you need. Download the Chalkboard HQ app on the App Store or Google Play. See, hey, I'm getting better here, Mags. And follow them on Twitter at Chalkboard HQ. Now, you ain't got one of them there fancy phones that's got your intraweb on it that you can download one of them their applications onto. Well, I know you got the old doggone internet in some form or fashion, so go up on yonder to that browser, type in Talking the Line, and you will find everything TTL Sports Media, but most importantly, all of our best bets on the Today's Best Bets tab. How about that shit? You can actually bet our bets, our best bets of the day, right from our website, or you can scroll through some live lines and odds, hammer those bad boys in too. Partner, anything I missed? need to deliver there?
Oh no! If you're wondering why I'm smirking like that, it was a little Matt Nagy update coming through my phone, but nothing crazy. I just felt like it is Bear Packer week. I gotta,
Why don't you just go on ahead and
who the hell's playing quarterback on Sunday night, dude?
Stop.
Still working through it. No, that was a legit question.
No. I know. I don't want to cry yet. We still have some serious viewers, like some serious gamblers.
Sorry.
And I'm liable to have a come apart, bub. So let's just save it for the 11 o'clock hour. Let's get through the special play here. And hey, yeah, I'm not ignorant to the fact that we may or may not, and I refer to as the Bears, play the Cheeseheads in Cheesehead Land this upcoming Sunday. I may or may not realize that. So I digress. We'll save it for the second half of the show, pal.
Sure.
Please. Third segment of the day. Special play of the day. I'm feeling fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs Monday Madness Special Play Parlay of the Day. Partner, could you be so kind as to indulge the folks out there as to what the 3 NBA legs are on the Monday Madness Parlay out of the 5 in total?
All right. First leg. The Memphis Grizzlies plus 4.5 or 5, wherever you're seeing it at. I believe we ended up locking it in at 5. That's a mistake on my part. Grizzlies plus the 5. No Bam Adebayo tonight. Still no Ja Morant, but the Grizzlies are still taking care of business, and they can put up some points. Heat kind of spinning the wheels still a little bit. We think that's a few too many points here. Grizzlies might get this one done outright. Hornets. I don't know if this is in Philly or not. I do believe it is in Philly. Hornets, Sixers. No, this is in Charlotte. Hornets plus 7. It is down to 6.5, I believe. Still take it. Go ahead.
3 things. Hornets hooping at home. Actually, 4.
Yes.
Hornets hooping at home. Continue, please.
Depends where you're seeing it, but you can still catch it at 7 in certain spots.
Yes, sir.
Third leg of the NBA parlay. Love this one quite a bit. Don't know about the spread movement, but we are taking the Minnesota Timberwolves on the money line, getting just a tad bit chalky. It is right around 2.5, 3. If I'm playing that one straight, I do gun to my head. I'm taking the Wolves, but for the parlay, taking the money line. Hawks been real sketchy on the road, and we like the money line because these Timberwolves games have been sweaty as all hell, and we need that money line at home. Taking care of business enough at home to get this one done, partner.
Pass me the rock, bro. Pass me the rock, bro.
The rock. There it is.
Thanks. Got it. Appreciate it. I will go to the amateur hardwood, and I will continue to have my crown firmly affixed upon my noggin with one of my low mid-major darlings, actually a solid mid-major darling, and one that, kind of smacked me in the mouth because I gave them a little shade on this here podcast, so I won't do it anymore. We're taking the Mercer Bears plus 2. They opened up right around 4.5, 5. Some books, they are steaming down back to, they're back up now. Where are we going? Where are we moving? What are we looking?
Looks like 2.5, 3.
2.5, 3. Right, oh, that ain't. I ain't worried. I was thinking you was thinking back to 4.5, 5. 2.5, 3. I ain't worried about that whatsoever. We're still good at the 2. I think they might even get this one outright once again, like they did against the Georgia State Panthers on Saturday. However, we just need them to at least keep it within 2 points. That being said, partner, lace up the skates, throw on the old helmet, and grab the old stick, because, partner, I think we are damn hockey sharps. 1 is a coincidence. 2, we're on to something. 3's a motherfucking trend. And, my friends, we are going to the matchup between the Anaheim Dukes and the Washington Capitals, and we are hammering in the Dukes plus 1.5, my friends. I know you're probably wondering what hell fucking team is that. Is it the Washington? No, it's not. It's the Anaheim Ducks. Okay, goodness gracious, plus 1.5. I actually looked last night. Minus 130, partner. We hammered it in right around minus 142, 144. I would not be surprised to see this bad boy close around minus 150, 155, 158 even in some spots. I think this is the trend. I think this is the side you want to see. So we said, okay, we'll put it to the test. Stick it on the doggone parlay. 5 legs on that bad boy once again. The Hornets plus 7.5. The Memphis Grizzlies plus 5. The Minnesota Timberwolves money line. The Mercer Bears plus 2. And the Anaheim Ducks plus 1.5 for grand total odds of 1,842. Love it. It's
I absolutely
beautiful.
love it.
It's
We're
beautiful.
hockey sharps, baby. We're hockey fucking sharps. Can't wait for a 2 for
beautiful.
Tuesday parlay with at least one hockey leg because we are just way too hot to even avoid the damn skates, man. I am juiced for this
I love
one.
it. I love it more than gambling itself right now. The streak we are on the NHL ice. It will continue. Let's keep it moving. But before we can, my friends, hold on. We need your help, soldier. Get out your best ammunition and get ready to lock and load and dive deep in the trenches with the daily battle with the books, with the TTL crew. I know I said with a lot of times. I wish it would have hit a little harder. But get in the trenches and let's bankrupt some damn books, my friends. Rip out those sports books. Rip out your paper and your pens. Maybe your pencils if you're an accident-prone fella like me and Mags. Either way, however you take stock of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day, please acquire that in your possession at this time because it is now the time of the show where we recap all of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day for the given day. So without further ado, please let me change the ticker so now you know it's the TTL Crew's best bets of the day recap. And please open your eyes wide, or maybe your ear holes as well if you're listening to the show, for today's recap. Monday's best bets, December 6th, 2021, are now live on your screen. Please, kindly, holy shit, how do we change it? Let me go over this direction.
Hey-o.
This will be
I like
okay,
that.
no problem. We're ready to rock and roll. Please, turn your attention right next to my noggin. You'll see RMags picks of the day, top left portion of your screen. He's got two coming at you. He's taking the Detroit Pistons up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's laying the chalk with the Pistons at home, -5. He's also got the Monday Night Football matchup covered. He's going to the total, taking the under 41, and he also caught the Pats at +3. You might see on the opposite side of the screen, far right side of the screen, you might see the Pats +2 on 2.5 actually. On my side, I love that as well. We're lining up there, and then I got 3 college basketball plays coming at you. Towson Tigers +5.5, New Mexico State -4, and the San Jose State Spartans +3.5. As always, wherever you're finding those lines at is just fine with us. We're cool with a line or a point to a 1.5 movement. If you go right next to Mag's old noggin, you'll see the Monday Madness Parlay. The 5 legs on that bad boy here now live in primetime, paying out at over 18-1 odds. The Mercer Bears +2, the Memphis Grizzlies +5, the Charlotte Hornets +7.5, the Minnesota Timberwolves Moneyline, and the Anaheim Ducks +1.5. Please, let's get all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 best bets of the day coming from me and the guy below me to the pay window. But before we can, we need you to lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down. Whatever you need to say, just make sure you hammer today's TTL Crew best bets of the day that are primed for ticket cashing in, and whatever the current best line is on your favorite sports book.
Ooh, I love it. I love it so much.
A little bit of a different feel, a little bit of a different look over here. What do you know? What do you feel? I love it too.
You know why I'm feeling good about my NBA pick? Because for whatever head-scratching reason, they've got a handful of decent games on today's NBA slate. There's only one in prime time, or at least on national television. No, it's not the LA Clippers and the Portland Blazers. No, it's not the Nuggets and Bulls. Would have been a solid game to put on, or the Grizzlies and Heat. It is the Pistons and the Thunder on NBA TV, my man.
Okay.
If you need a little action for the ugly game that's going to be on primetime television, come on over and take the old Detroit Pistons.
And sweat it with buddy guy below me there. What do you know about that? Pistons and the Thunder in prime time. All right, without further ado, they are gone. But you saw on the screen, Moneyline Dice roll of the day. We told you at the top of the show we're going to the ice. Well, actually, we're not going to the ice. We're already off the ice. We dished out our pick. Now the Moneyline Dice are lacing up their skates, and they're getting ready to dish out a couple of best bets coming from the matchup between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Seattle Krakens. Partner, if you could be so kind as to indulge me, because I haven't looked here recently, and all the fine folks tuning in to episode number 176 of the Talking the Line podcast. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, follow, everything in between. Leave us a comment if you could be so kind. If you're enjoying today's show, please, partner, indulge all of us. What's the line on this bad boy? Who's home team? Who's away team? What do we got as a spread? What do we got as a total? And once you do, we'll let the old dice have the floor.
Alrighty, Dice, listen up because we've got the Penguins and the old Seattle Sea Kraken. Excuse me. This one is in the Crack House of Seattle.
Crack House.
The Crack House. Kraken
Crack
are the home
House.
team. Kraken coming in at plus 110 as we currently stand right now, minus 125 or so for the Penguins. Over-under is, at least on FanDuel, looking like 6. I wonder if 5.5 elsewhere. But 96% of money, it appears, is coming in on the old Pittsburgh Penguins. So a big old severe liability favorite on the road. We'll see if the Dice like the old Kraken to get things done tonight.
All right, I appreciate it, partner. Is the total, once again, it's still at 6, or has it dropped down to 5.5?
It is looking like 6. FanDuel
Okay,
at least 6.
holding 6 everywhere. All right, let's do it. First roll of the day. Home or away? Are we rocking with the boys at home in the Krakas, or are we saying, hey, forget that, we're going with the Penguins, we'll lay the chalk? I don't know. We don't know, but the dice do, and we all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Home team,
Kraken.
Seattle Kraken. The home team, Seattle Kraken. Now, I hope you will notice I have changed my lighting just a touch here. So hopefully we can see all of
see
these
it a
every
little
time.
better there.
Yeah,
On
not
my
too
side, at
shabby,
least.
huh? Okay, so
I'm blind as hell, so
that's a good thing.
if I can see it a little better.
Yeah,
then
I know,
that's good.
I know that. Yes, sir. That is a definite true statement. So, second roll. Oh, fudge! No,
Uh-oh.
no.
What's happening?
I have dropped said Moneyline die.
Oh, no.
I apologize.
Oh,
One
jeez.
second.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
Might have to go back. This has happened before, but I don't remember if that was
think it'll be
the wheels
okay.
fell off and the dice lost, or if they ended up overcoming the adversity and still
shit.
cashing tickets anyways. We might have to take a look
shit.
back a week or two back.
Shit. I knew I shouldn't have had that popcorn. dude.
The old Butterfingers. Do you remember? We got to look back. That has happened once before, but I can't remember if it ended up being a good day
Kinda.
for the dice after that or a bad one.
I think it was a good day, so we'll just
for
chalk
sure.
it up as it was a good day. That's what I'm going to
Sure,
fucking
why
say.
not?
So I didn't even have to use my AK. I can't believe it was or I got to say it was a good day. All right, it's got to be a good day. Moneyline or ATS, we find out in 3, in 2, for the Kraken in 1. Moneyline. Moneyline.
Plus 105.
The patented Moneyline die. Let me see. Is this how they do it?
Oh,
I
that
don't
looks
know.
good.
I'm not one of them,
I don't think you needed to do that. It didn't make a difference.
I know. I don't know how they fucking do it. I'm not one of them makeup artists, gal, Instagram. You know how they do that shit with their fucking hands behind the shit. You ain't never seen that? No, that's how it fucking is. Either way, whatever. There you fucking go. There you have it. Wild card die, or the die doubling down for a triple D delight for 4 Ds there. How you like that? Or are they going to need to re-roll? They say, nah, we were just fucking with you. Are they going to go, hey, we got 2 tickets for you to cash. We're going to the total. I don't know. We all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Home ATS.
Doubling down on that damn money line. Let's go, Dice. Let's go, Dice.
I wish it would get a little clearer. That's the only thing, so you
Better
can see
than it
home.
was.
It is for sure, though. The dice have spoken! If you want a guaranteed take 2 tickets, 2 tickets, count them, 1, 2 tickets to the pay window here tonight. No, there's going to be 2 tickets. Let me finish, partner. I am not saying incorrectly. Hammer in for 1 full unit. The Seattle Kraken, plus 1.5, unless it's absolutely chalky as all fuck.
It's minus 250.
Okay, so never
thought we were doubling
mind.
down.
Forget it. They have doubled down. I didn't think it was that chalky. Forget it. Not 2 tickets, just 1 ticket. You never know what the hell you're going to get here at the show. Hammer in. At the Crack House. The Seattle Kraken. Money line.
Thank you, Dice.
Thank you, Dice. Thank you,
Thank you, Dice,
Dice.
very much.
Hey, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of this here crack house. I will tell you that.
Hey man, it's a gorgeous environment, dude. I think I might need a little late night sweat here, a little 9 p.m. Central Standard Time action. I'm back in the Dice, dude.
Wait, what do you mean late night sweat? That's gonna be the start of the damn third quarter in the freaking Monday Night Football game. We can be sweating them at the same time, baby.
Well, it's gonna end at like midnight, so hey.
I mean, I don't a hockey game. I don't know. A hockey game are 3 hours long. Are they 3 hours long? Shit, I don't know. Either way,
2.5.
all I know, it's gonna be a
Either
late
way.
night of fucking gambling, rambling, slamling. I might be staying up a fucking late night for a reason, but I'm not one of those guys that likes to say why that reason is, even though you know that reason. It's just like, fuck it, that's fucking stupid. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not one of the, oh my gosh, it's my such and such week, and I think you can finally figure out what the fuck it is from there. But I don't do that, you know. Hey, it's another day on the fucking mat. Maybe you'll find out what the fuck we're talking about tomorrow. I ain't saying shit. My lips are sealed. And I'll fucking
Just don't say it.
I'll mute your ass if you say anything.
Hey, I haven't said anything. I'll let you, it's your week, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, great. So outside of that, yeah, I'm a World War II historian on the side. Every December 7th, I do a full presentation on the bombing of the Pearl Harbor.
You a big reenactment guy?
Correct, yes. Yes, yeah.
For sure.
I fly to Honolulu. I'm going to be away for a little while, okay? All that being said, there you go. There you have it. The Seattle Sea Crack money line for today's best bets of the day. Sea Kraken, let's go. Okay, my friend, right at the 11 o'clock hour, as per usual, we got about another half hour of bullshitting to get to here, my friend. So, 15 minutes, half hour, who knows? We always say take the over. So, without further ado, second half of the show is now underway, and we kick things off as per usual. Partner, anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you have been dying to get out to the kind folks that joined us on episode number 176 of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Monday of bets, also known as December the 6th of 2021.
My man, I've got nothing crazy. Let's just recap what was this past weekend of football for the most part. I'll drop some breaking news down for us. Miami football fires coach Manny Diaz after 3 seasons. It's expected that Oregon's Mario Cristobal is going to be filling that damn role. Switching across the country from Oregon to Miami for Mario Cristobal. I mentioned Matt Nagy. Sounds like a little bit of a hand issue for Andy Dalton over there, my friend. And reiterates that it's just
more
a
like
pain
he ran out of his Vagisil prescription. Give me a fucking break. I'm so tired of this damn team, dude. Please continue.
Reiterates that it's a pain tolerance issue for Mr. Justin Fields over there. Medically, we're just not going to put him at risk. Medically, never. Glad he cares since he's going to be there for so long. Matt Nagy,
sure.
that is.
Yeah, that's a good start. Somewhere to start at least. Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor believed to have suffered possible torn ligaments in his left wrist. Hate to see it. Hasn't been ruled out for next week. Hasn't been ruled out. But tests are ongoing and puts his availability in doubt. Back to potential Davy Mills time in Houston. That is not
Old Daddy Long Neck
by any means. So that's all I got here, man. I'm
I got
interested.
Go ahead. I got one for you. Old DC of the Clemson Tigers, Brent Venables, looks like he's going to be the new head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners. So I'm a big fan of Venables. I think that's a hell of a hire by the Sooners. Hey, Boomer Nation, I think you guys are going to be back in contention. Don't worry about it. I guess while we're kind of also on the college, thanks for the update there, partner. While we're on the college football track, the latest college football rankings came out. The college football playoff is set, my friend. We have... I should have wore it on today's show. I just didn't. Roll damn tide, baby. We're back at number 1. And honestly, I had a couple of guys bitching to me like, how the fuck did you get, how did you guys get number 1? And honestly, I chalk it up to the fact that we absolutely torched the number 1 defense in the nation. And if we wouldn't have made the Bulldogs look absolutely stupid, it'd be a lot different conversation for sure. I think it's going to be a game against Cincinnati. I really do. Call me crazy, but I think it's going to end up being somewhat of a game. There's something with that Bearcats team, and especially what's going on. I think it'll be a game. Alabama.
They're going to pull out all the stops. They're going to pull
and then, what I'm very interested to see too, and I want to get your point on this, or your take on this, partner. what the hell are the Wolverines going to do to that Georgia defense? They're not. Well, then again, I could have said it about Alabama a couple weeks ago, and everybody in the fucking media was, but the Wolverines just don't feel that powerful. They just don't feel that powerful. Is that going to be like a 10-7 last one to get it within their 20, kicks a field goal and wins it type game? Like, I don't know how to call that Georgia-Michigan game, man.
I don't either. I really don't yet. I was trying to look for a line, but I wasn't quite seeing it. I know they had been released. What bothers me, man, you just mentioned it. Of course Alabama should be number one. They just destroyed the number one team in the land that had been the unanimous.
Killed them.
And now all of a sudden people are, it was never Georgia. Maybe in this game, maybe it wasn't ever Georgia, but talking shit about Georgia. Do they have a signature win? Sure. But when you're putting up scores like 37 zip on the, at the time, number 8 team in Arkansas and absolutely belittling Tennessee and all these other teams, it's like, that's not just a fly-by win. They absolutely embarrassed these teams in the SEC. And what? So you think Michigan's better than Georgia and Alabama? Fuck no. I think Georgia's... I don't want to disrespect Michigan too much because maybe they'll make it a scrappy game. I think Georgia's going to dog walk Michigan. I really do. I don't know about the spread, but I really think they do, and I think their defense is going to be pissed off, bounce back against an offense that's been working the last few weeks, but hasn't played an SEC defense. I can tell you that much. That Iowa defense, I kind of mentioned it as far as, sure, the Iowa defense is still good, but they've come back down to earth. You remember when Iowa was ranked number 2 in the freaking country, my friend?
Yeah, what, about 2 years ago?
Was,
when was that?
Yeah, a few months ago. It was a mistake, my friends. So I don't understand the Georgia hate. People are actually talking about they should drop out of the rankings. Like, are you delusional? Do we forget what we've seen all season long? And it's Alabama. Alabama has been destroying teams. They kind of just coasted through the regular season, man. And kind of what Nick Saban said as far as they're just kids. They go to school the same as any other 20-year-old kid.
Listen,
dude.
I'm tired of the bullshit and the rat poison that you put out into the media space about us was usually that rat poison you put out is fatal, and this week, it was yummy. Straight from the mouth of the legendary Nick Saban. Roll damn Tide, baby. Here we go. I think we're going to get another Crystal football. Well, not, I guess it's the fucking big trophy now. But either way, I think we're getting another one at this point, it's just got to be a little... a coffee table piece just in the fucking Saban household. Just let me. Oh my gosh! Is it no? That's just number 52 over there. Don't mind it. If you knock it off, fuck it.
If they did this one with a team that wasn't really unanimous number 1, and especially if they beat a Georgia team that had been number 1, this one might mean as much as any of them. But Georgia coming in -9 already against Michigan. I feel like people are just going to be pouring money into Michigan. Go ahead.
You know what's funny? There's one book. It's really interesting, and I think
saw this.
If you can get, it's because I retweeted it. It was from David Payne Purdom. Let me go back to it. I'll find it here real quick. So yeah, David. Oh fucking shit! I thought I did at least. Maybe it was from.
I think I remember it. If you just want me to
hold
say
on.
it.
Do you remember it? I don't. It was kind of.
Every single book's got it at -9. I believe it opened at -7.5, and the only one that's stuck there is the old Circus Sports, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I can't find it. I thought I retweeted it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I thought I did, but maybe it went away. Either way, thank you. Yeah, Circus Sports is at 7.5, so pretty interesting. You got the old Circus Sports app. Download that bad boy if not, and shout out Circus Sports and. Get you a good line because I think with the entire rest of the market being at 9, I don't think they're going to adjust down to 7.5. I think Circa's going to have to readjust their line. So there you go. There you have it. College football playoff set. What do you got over there, partner? Closing thought.
I didn't realize with all the NFL and obviously the big college football news, I didn't realize it looks like they set a lot of the other bowl game slates either. Did you see
for the most part. Yeah, for the most part, everything is ready to rock and roll. We shouted out the old stool earlier on in the show. They are set the Arizona Barstool Bowl. That's going to be the Central Michigan Chippewas against the Boise State Broncos. Yep. I'm not entirely upset about that whatsoever.
Boise State -9.5.
Fuck that. Give me the chips plus 9.5 every single day and 5 times on Sunday. I'll take the chips. Give me the chips. Were you Were they released on Action as far as you know so far, or
I
as
just
far as
pulled up
something-
FanDuel. I was
Go
looking
ahead.
for those semi slates, and then now I'm looking through all these other games because I did not see these at all. LSU, Kansas State,
wow.
love that matchup. LSU -2.5. Utah and Ohio State. I believe that is for the Rose Bowl. Ohio State -6.5. I did hear that one. Kentucky and Iowa. Kentucky -2.5.
Oh, Mags,
ahead.
ULL against Marshall. Marshall getting 6 in the game. Getting 6
Okay.
against the Raging fucking
Okay.
Cajuns. Give me all of the Thundering Herd. I don't know what that is. UTSA against SDSU. SDSU getting 2.5.
Okay.
That's interesting. What do you got for Notre Dame?
Notre Dame -3 against Oklahoma State. That should be a hell of a game. I believe that's New Year's Six bowl.
Give me Oklahoma
Arkansas.
State. Maybe
Really?
not. Maybe,
I might go.
maybe
Notre
give me
Dame, then.
ND one for the Gipper, man.
Dude,
yeah, the whole
actually, I'm definitely going
the whole
Notre.
new
I might
shit.
scoop that up soon because
it's not really a transition period. Like he's fucking HC now.
exactly they're gonna be
ready to rock.
juiced up. Man,
Yeah,
they're
they
gonna be
fucking
juiced
love
up
that
to-
dude. Fucking hold it.
I'm thinking
Green
that right now.
Green Nation loves that. I can't. Let me give the fucking man some respect here. What the fuck? Keep talking.
Freeman.
Yeah, is it Freeman?
I think so. Yeah. But yeah, I might take Notre Dame right now because I think that's going to move up.
think
Because
so, too.
part of betting on these bowl games is trying to
Marcus
figure
Freeman,
out.
okay.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman. Part of betting on these bowl games is trying to figure out which of these two, if either, are going to show up wanting to actually win this game, and if any team in the entire bowl game slate. Aside from the playoff games, obviously, is going to show up looking to win. I think it's going to be Notre Dame, man.
Houston against Auburn. Houston getting 3. Still 21st ranked in the nation. Boston College. ECU. ECU plus 3.5 looks really
Man,
juicy.
some of these
Louisville
matchups,
laying
man.
1.5 against Air Force. Texas Tech getting 9 points against Mississippi State. Very interesting. There, NC State laying a point against UCLA. I would almost like taking UCLA in that spot. One little bowl win there for Chip Kelly. Segue good into 2022.
I
Let's
like
see.
a lot of these matchups,
Yeah,
dude.
dude,
A&M, Wake Forest.
That should be a solid fucking matchup. Pitt, Michigan State. I wonder if that'll end up being a game or not. Michigan State's getting 4.5. That's really interesting. Actually, Washington State and Miami. Miami's only a fucking 2.5 point favorite. That's really interesting, dude.
See, there's another one. That's gonna be a prime one if you can figure out who the hell's gonna show up. We just talked about Miami just let go of their coach. They're gonna have a new one coming in. I don't know if there's any type of prove it action there or not. So I don't know. Washington State might be a good one there.
Give me Baylor against Ole Miss. Baylor, the 2-point dog right now against Ole Miss. Give me Baylor 100% to keep absolutely
okay.
rolling. And then give me K-State plus 2.5. I
know,
think all of the juice is gone from LSU. I mean, think about it, man. They
yeah.
got that one tremendous fucking win. They just so happened to figure out how to make a bowl because of that. Coach O's already split. He's fucking baking somewhere on a beach in Destin. Give me a fucking break. All the juice is out of this team, dude. I really like the Cats plus 2.5. Really do. So far, what we're seeing. So, dude. Holy cow,
I can't wait,
it's
man.
just eating up.
Hey.
A lot of them aren't for what? A lot of them were 12-18, 12-19,
As far as
12.
what's first, yeah,
So
we'll
it's
have to double-check that.
next weekend. I think there's one this upcoming weekend. I saw like 12-11. Yeah, one. It's the final game of the season. Basically, the Army Navy game is the 11th. So hey, strap in for a nice 11-9 game or 11-8 game
man.
somehow. Who the hell knows? And then, we got to wait all the way until the 17th. So next Friday, the 17th, is when shit really starts popping off. And then
Some
it pretty much
action
goes.
boys, some fun belt boys getting
Fuck
us
me.
started.
It pretty
I love
much
it.
goes 18th. Let's see. So 18th and 19th. There's no game on the 19th.
Seems like they're avoiding
They
Sundays.
skip off the 19th, and then 20th is only one game. That's Old Dominion and Tulsa. Miss me with that shit. Maybe Tulsa minus 9.5. Who knows? But then freaking 21st through the 25th through the 26th, 20. So yeah, they just don't do the 26th. But yeah, 27th. I mean, we have the next 3 weeks of foosball, dude. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. It don't stop. Yeah, that Kansas State LSU isn't until freaking January 4th. We got a while, son. We got a while. Holy cow. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Outside of that, anything else going on in college football?
The only thing I was going to say, Joe Brady, Carolina's offensive coordinator, during the day yesterday, they get him fired. That was Joe
I didn't
Burrow's.
see that.
Yeah, they fired Joe Brady. I think they had
Wow.
a bye. Yeah, they had a bye, but I think it was
I
like
missed
during
that.
the games they canned, or at least I got the alert during the games they canned him. Wonder if he's going to be. He was like the the belle of the ball after his LSU stint with Joe Burrow. I'm wondering if he finds another job in the NFL or if he goes back somewhere. Maybe he goes back to LSU.
Because
maybe
that was only this was year 2, no? Or maybe
Two
even
or-
year 1.
No, it was at least 2. He was definitely
2?
there last
Okay.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it was only 2. I want to say it was only 2, but
But hey, Mr. Venables might need a little offensive minded counterpart there in Oklahoma. Well, that might be a solid
little
spot.
something
Who
to think
knows?
about. A little something to think about. Okay, that is for sure. NFL is still wild as all hell. I think I'm starting to see
Can't
a
wait
few
today.
trends here and there. Can't wait for this game tonight. New England and Buffalo. Holy shit, we talked about it with our best bets, but I cannot wait for this game.
Would you say
should-
this is the biggest game of the year so far?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I mean,
At least with divisional matchup type of circumstances.
yeah,
I
there's
would
just
say
nothing
so.
that's really sticking in my mind right now. But it's also Week 13, closing out
Sure.
Week 13, Monday Night Football. It's kind of hard to beat this spot. And thank God, I'm sorry, but thank goodness Monday Night Manning is back this week.
Is it for
dude.
sure back?
Oh yes, it's 100% back. Like I was watching Get Up this morning, and they had freaking commercials for it left, right, and center. Like I don't know why they cancel it. I don't know if it's something with Omaha Productions or what, that they need to take some time off. I don't know, but I don't like it, and I think it needs to be every single week, and it needs to be on Thursdays too. If you're asking my humble opinion, I think it needs to be on Thursdays too. But
Yeah.
who am I? What do I know? I don't cut the $1 million checks over there at the worldwide leader, but if it was me, I'd say that should be regularly scheduled programming. Outside of that, yeah, we got that game tonight. College basketball slate's not too tantalizing, but it'll still trip your trigger.
Well, I mean, we've teased it a couple times. We can't bet on it. Would you have an opinion, if we could, as far as Iowa, Illinois goes?
I would take Illinois, I think. We've won 3 straight against them. I think I would take it again. I think against our defense, now that we're kind of getting back
Kofi's
in.
playing real well.
He's
now.
playing fucking good. I think he was really mad on the bench, dude. And I think now that the defense has pretty much got every piece it needs, I think that without an elite baseline presence, I think Iowa struggles. And I know it's a fucking homer play, but I would take U of I. I think I'm probably gonna be eyes glued to that game too, regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think that's gonna be a hell of a fucking
It's on my
game,
TV
dude.
for sure.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
going,
wait.
I mean, our fucking Bulls play tonight. It's a 3 TV night
C
for me,
Red,
my friend.
shout out fucking C Red, C
Oh,
Red,
hell
baby.
yeah, of
What
course.
do you know
C
about
Red
all that?
wherever you can, of
C
course.
Red wherever you absolutely possibly can, and we get the job done. Hey, who knows? Pub 2, shout out C Red, C Red, C Red.
Of course,
There's more
of course.
red. I mean, hey, what else red can I fucking pull out? Hey,
I really like-
USB
it's-
fucking flash drive, fucking
Yeah.
C Red, C Red.
I think I'm going to be betting on Iowa quite a bit this season, though, my man. I am a big fan of what they got going on. But I think you're right as far as just a interesting matchup because they don't have it. Obviously, like last year, it was Garza versus Kofi, and that was like the
Matchup of the
highest
season.
bill. Yeah, exactly. And
Get
now
your
they
popcorn.
obviously don't have that. They still got.
Yeah.
They can run though, man. They can run. They can shoot.
They sure can. Yeah, so loaded night of action. Nonetheless, even though the college basketball slate ain't the best in the world, we got a little bit of value on there. We got a game we can watch for sure, and U of I and Iowa. Talked a little bit of college football, college basketball, NBA, NFL. Nothing major from the hockey, the old NHL ice. Outside of that, I don't think there's too much else major going on. I know we'll probably have some freaking updates as the week rolls along here, but there's not anything crazy other than maybe, I don't know who the hell is going to be starting at quarterback for the Chicago Bears, but we'll see.
Yeah, minor breaking news. Titans have moved Julio Jones to the designated for return from IR list and can continue or can get back to practicing with the team.
Absolutely. That looks like that should be solid. What do you think about old Julio? Old Julio so far this year. It seems like he's kind of just stuck to the same old injury trend, and that's kind of what it's going to be.
It's been a while since he's played, so I mean, I hate it, man, because I've always been a huge fan of him, but He honestly, I think if I were him, I would just sit the rest of the year out and get ready for next year and try to be as healthy as he possibly can, because that's the only issue that it's happened for him right now. When he's actually out there and fully healthy, he can still do it. So I don't know, man.
Most definitely. Something just popped into my mind here while we were kind of closing this out too. I'm glad you had an opportunity to talk about that though. But one thing I wanted to mention too. It's kind of a little bit a little more heavy-hearted, I suppose. Shout out first and foremost, Detroit Lions getting their first win in the books, baby. Shout out. Yeah, sorry at your expense, but for more important, there's a lot of stuff. If you don't know about the Oxford High School shooting in Michigan, really important. A lot of people lost. A lot of young kids lost their lives. A lot of people lost their lives, and I think it's always important that we remember these people in this time, and people like Madison Baldwin, Tate Meyer, Hannah St. Juliana, Justin Schilling. A lot of people that were affected by this and that we need to know about. So if you don't know the story of Tate Meyer, I suggest you go check him out, go look him up. Absolutely huge, absolutely crazy, and the fact that the Lions got the win on that day, the day following or 2 days following, absolutely bananas. But not to spend too much time on that, just kind of a little bit of time. Definitely honor those people, because that's
most definitely
fuck all that nonsense. Insane kind of times we're living in right now, and I don't know. Those school shooters, it always what it boils down to for me is there's always somebody to talk to, man. There's always somebody you can reach out to. There's always somebody to say something to. There's always somebody who will listen, even though it doesn't feel like it. I promise you there is.
Right.
And that's all I can say in those moments is that, shit. I mean, my thoughts, my prayers, T's and P's with the entire community of Oxford for sure. But that's about all I got on that, Mags. I don't know if you had anything on there, but that's about all I had, dude. Just wanted to make sure we mentioned that. And shout out Detroit Lions for getting their first win for the entire state of Michigan, seriously. And for sure for that entire city of Oxford. But outside of that, nothing else I got here. A couple of key announcements, updates, whatever you want to call them. Wise Words Season 2, Episode number 2 is live on your favorite podcast directory or on YouTube. You can just find it by going to talkingtheline.com/wise-words-podcast. You'll see every major directory. It's on there. We're recording episode number 3 tomorrow, so that'll be dropping Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure you just subscribe to the YouTube, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the live drop at noon. Then Cup of Joe on campus. You can join us on our YouTube channel or one of our social media platforms. We do not put this out via an audio podcast. It is Cup of Joe on campus every Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We run through the entire collegiate football slate and collegiate basketball slate. This weekend, it'll be a little bit of basketball, and then by next weekend, we'll be able to run into college basketball and college football. And then weekend after, I just kind of thought about this, is going to be Christmas, so maybe we will have the 25th
off. Saturday?
Yeah, the 25th is on a Saturday. Merry Christmas on a Saturday. So we'll probably do, we'll have a long extended weekend, partner. We'll take the old Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. We'll take the Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day off, and then we'll see you guys back around at Ben on Monday. And then outside of that, stay tuned. Did pretty solid. Shout out the UFC Pick blog every Saturday. Subscribe to our blogs. We will never send you spam. Only our insights, analysis, picks, other blogs, whatever the hell it might be. Cashed a good handful of plus money Paulies, even though you might see, how does he have a 17-22 record and somehow he is positive? Not all the time necessarily in UFC does it matter if you are perfect on the record, if you are positive in the units. We cash a good handful of plus money Paulies and hit a bad streak last week or 2 weeks ago when we actually had a card. And then this week here, we had a solid week, my friend. Solid week. I got to go back through and see what my actual record was, but no, we went up at least 4 units plus. So we were solid weekend for sure. Mags will be back in action with his usual weekly blog, Extra Cheddar, when it comes back around for Sunday. Fuck you against my Bears. You know the drill. You know the deal. He'll have that out, and then maybe you'll see some additional stuff for us. Last but certainly not least, once again, either stop by the Talking the Line link tree in this episode's description so you can find our website, all of our social platforms, and our additional content, or just go to talkingtheline.com. You'll see everything there, all of our additional content, all of our shows, everything in between. Anything you need to know about TTL is located there. So that's all I got, partner. Any late breaking news announcements you need to dish out before I delve out some motivation minutes here, get these folks on about their day.
No, sir, I've got nothing. Go ahead and wrap this baby up.
Okay, well, without further ado, last segment of the day, my friends. It is time for my motivation minutes. As always, as promised, we close out every week on Fridays with a John Wooden quote, and then we start every Monday with a John Wooden quote as well. So, without further ado, this week's John Wooden quote that kicks off the week, a little redundancy there for you, is one that's actually really special to me. It's actually, when I said it at the top of the show, it kind of made me really start following John Wooden and fall in love with some of the quotes that he had and his mindset and the way he carried himself as a man and as a coach and as a mentor. And like I said, I've been following him since I was 12, 13, 14 years old. So it's been a long time that I've had, maybe even 10. I mean, it's been a long time that I've had some respect for him. And this is one of the original ones I found, and you can apply it in so many different areas, either very, very small or very, very large. And the quote of the day is, be quick, but don't hurry. Be quick, but don't hurry. And that can be in a small, mundane task like washing the dishes. And it's crazy how much you can change your mindset when you apply be quick, but don't hurry. Let's say you're washing the dishes, and even maybe you can think back to the last time you were washing the dishes or kind of cleaning them off to put them in the dishwasher, whatever the case might be. I would almost be willing to bet any amount of money that you don't remember washing those dishes at all, or probably even rinsing them off or putting them in the dishwasher. That is probably the farthest distant memory in your mind that you probably have right now, and that's because you're being quick and hurrying through it and not being quick. You can be quick, but hurrying through it and rushing through it and letting your brain spin and wander all over the place when you can be quick, concise, to the point, and right here and right now. You'd be surprised if you've ever felt sped up in your life and really anxious and, oh shit, time crunch, got to get this done. Holy shit, I only got 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, I got 10 minutes left. I had 30 minutes ago, 30 seconds ago. What the fuck happened? And you feel like that, you will be surprised if you just take a moment, step back, take a breath, and say, okay, I'm going to be quick. I got to be quick here, but I can't hurry. Because also, I would be willing to bet the last time that you were in that situation, hurrying, oh my gosh, fucking shit, holy shit, time is going, holy shit, that you were compounding mistakes in that moment. You weren't clean, you weren't crisp, you weren't precise. And where he really coined this was on the basketball court. And if you can really have a metaphor like this, and this is what really did it for me, or something to kind of have a visualization of this, and you can really apply it in your life. Think about on a basketball court, you're playing defense, and if you hurry to beat a player to a spot, let's say he's trying to beat you baseline, and you're trying to beat him baseline, and your only focus is hurrying to that baseline and beating him there as fast as you possibly can. Holy shit, I got to beat him to the baseline. I can't let him have baseline. I can't let him go through. That's your only focus, that you forget that he's still got the opportunity to cut it back into the box. And all that time that you spent worrying about getting to the baseline and hurrying there as fast as you possibly could was for nothing, because he got an easy layup going in the lane because you forgot that he could take it to his right hand instead of his left. So instead of hurrying to that baseline, be quick. Remember, be quick that baseline is there. Be quick to it. If he starts to drive hard, be quick to it. But never forget to be quick to process the other option, the other chance that he has to, oh, okay, here we go, got to stay there. Because if you hurry too much in your brain and you focus on one single spot, you'll only think about option A and you'll forget about B, C, and D. And I promise you, there's always a B, C, and D. It may not feel like it, but there's always a B, C, and D. And you don't want to be the one that gets caught with your pants down once it gets to those additional options. So, my friends, there's so many ways. I went down a couple rabbit holes myself, but there's so many ways that you could go down rabbit holes yourself on this simple quote. Apply it in so many areas of your life, whether micro or macro, whether spiritual or physical, whether emotional or non, whatever the case might be. So short, so simple, yet so powerful and so applicable to so many areas of our lives. So I close it today, my friends, one final time with the first John Wooden quote of the week, one that is something special to me and I hope starts to be something special to you. Be quick, but don't hurry. And that does it for my Motivation Minutes of the day.
I love it, my man. Nailed the analogy. Nailed the freaking analogy. If To switch it over to football, I mean, you could apply it as well to the old hurry up offense. And hurry is the wrong word to use in that one. It's they should change it for your sake to the old quick up. The quick up offense.
Quick it up offense. You know, hey, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that you're locked in. I love your feedback. I love your perspective, my man. And hope that did the same for you guys out there, too. Hope you're spinning in your brain as we speak. But not too fast now. Don't be hurrying. Be quick, but don't hurry. All right, that officially does it. My motivation minutes of the day, 2 minutes before the 30-minute mark of the top of the 11 o'clock hour. Partner, absolutely beautiful job today on your side of the screen. Hell of a show, if I do say so myself. No other announcements, update, late breaking news, or nonsense from my side of the screen. Anything from you to close out episode number 176?
No, sir, other than I already mentioned it, but it is Bear Packer week, and do you want me to be obnoxious all week?
No, because we know
really
what's going to happen, dude, and I wish they would fucking just flex it, because
I think it's too late.
You know,
Far too late.
we got a real shot. You know, we got a real fucking shot. No, we got two shots, slim and none, and I'm leaning more towards the secondary. Yeah, chance on the old spread. It's fucking 12.5 points, and the Packers have pulled up rabbits out of their hats left, right, and center. So I don't want to hear it, dude. It ain't going to be great. I ain't looking forward to it, but maybe we'll just have a little bit of a get-together on that day. Maybe have a little bit of additional content coming out. Who knows? The peeps have been enjoying the additional video content, getting to know yours truly and yours truly too. So over there. So who's to say? Who knows? Maybe we'll have some additional shit. All right, that's it. That does it for today's episode of the TTL Pod. 1 minute before 11:30. Let's send you on about your day so you can get some num-nums, get your vittles in you, get you a little bit of lunchy here, get some plays locked in. Stretch the legs, do whatever work you got to do in the off season here, the afternoon off season, and then we get back into the regular season. Cash your motherfucking tickets tonight about 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide, for myself and Mags. Thank you so much for choosing to stop by episode number 176. Of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Monday of bets, also known as December 6, 2021, so you don't have to check your calendar for the final time. Can't tell you how much we appreciate each and every one of you for choosing to stop by, hang out, get our picks, our insights, analysis, and dive into rabbit hole after rabbit hole with me and the man to my left. We see you. We see your following, your support, everything in between from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last but certainly not least, we hope you have a spectacular rest of your Monday, unless you have any other plans. We appreciate you, TB27. Did not even know we passed that milestone. Holy fuck, partner. We have got our first official 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Look at that.
So, hey, fist up right there. Shout out to you. Grind paying off their first hundo. We appreciate you, each and every one of you 100. So, once again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Appreciate you two out there, T-Man and C-Man back in action once again with our man on the other side. RMags doesn't even need a man. He's already got it. RMags, how about that? Once again. We hope you have a spectacular rest of your Monday, unless you have any other plans whatsoever. And last but certainly not least, hey, partner, let's cash some tickets.